Developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K Games, Mafia is a classic among the franchise. From heartbreaking betrayals to trying to take the entire family down with you. Mafia is the first entry into the Mafia series, with the original being developed by Illusion Softworks and published by a gathering of developers that initially released for Windows on the 29th of August 2002, before being ported to PlayStation 2 on the 4th of February 2004 and Xbox on the 12th of March 2002. Then 16 years later, it got remastered for PS4, Xbox One and PC on the 25th of September 2020. Before I continue, be warned that there will be spoilers ahead, so watch at your own risk. It's the evening of September 20th, 1930, during the Prohibition era in Lost Heaven, Illinois. Cab driver Tommy or Thomas Angelo is on night shift taking a break when suddenly he has a life-changing encounter with Salieri crime family members Paulie Lombardo and Sam Trapani. They're on the run from an ambush by police in Morello's pocket and hold Tommy at gunpoint, making him help with escaping the heat. Tommy puts his driving skills to good use and loses the heat. Once they're clear of police presence, Tommy drops them off at Salieri's bar and is rewarded for his services. The amount of money he earned for that job was life-changing money, enough to get the cab fixed or even buy a whole new one. Even though the money was good, he wasn't interested in the criminal business just yet. So he goes back to regular life driving the cab when the night he helped Salieri's boys had caught up to him.
Whoa, Jesus! Oh.
Hey, how you doing, pal? You remember me? Yeah? Huh? Mr. Morello's a little bent. Shouldn't go helping Salieri's goons, huh? I'm gonna have to give you a beating. Just so you always remember who runs this town. Make it so you won't do much rocking for a while.
He makes a run for it from Dino and Lou and heads to Salieri's bar.
Dino, Lou, you got business with the Don?
Nah, we're just trying to talk to that cabbie over there, that's all.
That right.
Yeah.
Well, this here's the Don's favorite driver. So anything you gotta say to him, you can say to me.
Is that right? Well, I'll tell you something, pal. We ain't leaving empty-handed, that's for sure.
Well, then maybe you ain't leaving at all.
Okay, then. See your boys around. Let's go, Lou.
Tommy is then introduced to the Don.
What do they call you, son?
Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
Frank told me you ran into some trouble?
Yes, sir. My cab got smashed up pretty good.
Morello's thugs went after him by the kind of time he helped us.
This, taxi. That's your livelihood?
Yes, sir.
I feel a sense of responsibility here. So I'm gonna set you up with a small loan, enough to get that cab of yours fixed up.
I appreciate that, sir, but I'm not looking for a handout.
Then what are we doing here?
I just want a shot at the bastards who wrecked my cab.
You hear that, Frank? The kid wants my permission to get into a fight.
Yes, I heard.
Okay, Tommy Angelo. All the Morello's girls hang out at a bar he owns. Paul, you know the place.
Sure do, boss.
Good. You can ride along with Tommy. There's a lot right next to the bar where they park their cars. Go smash up a few tin cans, send Morello a message. He can't rough up hard-working Joes in my neighborhood without getting a black eye.
Thank you, Mr. Salieri. I won't let you down.
And Tommy, when you get back, we'll talk about what's next for you.
Tommy and Paulie pull up to Morello's bar and start beating up Morello's cars when Morello's goons intervene, but of course, Tommy puts them down. They steal Dino's car and head back to the bar.
Hey, boss. It's done.
No trouble?
Nothing we couldn't handle, Mr. Salieri.
Good, good. Sit down. You see Morello?
Nah. But he'll be plenty pissed when his boys tell him what happened.
He's not going to be able to think straight for weeks. See, that's the difference between me and Morello. I'm a businessman. I do everything with this. Every decision I make, it's what's good for the business and my boys. But Morello is a hothead, and all that anger burns out the brain. And when he gets mad, he gets stupid.
You got nothing like that to worry about with Tommy here. He was aces the whole way, boss.
I'm glad to hear it. I got a growing business here. We could use a guy like you to help out around the bar. Maybe run some errands, make sure the bills get paid on time. You up for that?
Oh, it'd be an honor, sir.
Good. Good. Now, Polly and Sam have already vouched for you. But you need to understand we have a few rules around here, so you listen and listen good. First, no cursing on the premises. There's a million words out there. And the man who needs to resort to fuck this and fuck that is just ignorant or lazy. Second, we don't deal in the hard stuff. I don't want any dope fiends in this neighborhood. We'll let Morello poison his own people if that's what he wants. Finally, stay out of trouble with the cops. We only have a few on the payroll. And if you cross the line, the rest will come after you. You understand?
Yes, Mr. Salieri.
Then I'm going to only ask you for one more thing, Tommy. I don't keep Paulie and Sam around just because they're strong. A lot of guys out there bigger and tougher than these two. And I don't keep Frank on the payroll because he's smart. Though he is an artist with the numbers. All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right. Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom. But you abuse my trust.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay, then. Welcome to the family.
Tommy is assigned his first job as a member of the Salieri crime family to go with Sam and Paulie to collect protection payments. The first and second collections go relatively smooth until they reach the hotel.
Tom, I took one. Jesus Christ, Paulie!
Tell Salieri from here on out this place is ours. Capiche? And don't come back, or you'll end up in worse shape than your friends.
Get Sam. They're trying to beat information out of him. I gotta get you to a doctor. I can wait. Get Sam out of there.
So Tommy sneaks his way through the hotel, taking out the guards before saving Sam. One of Morello's boys steals the money and drives off, but Tommy eventually stops him. Fast forward a couple years into the year 1932, the annual Lost Heaven Grand Prix is around the corner, and the boys, along with the Don, put their money on a local racer, Mikey Dunn, who Salieri has loaned money to before. However, a European racer, Martin Lichtenberg, is entering the race with a faster car than Mikey's, and Salieri can't risk losing money, so he gets Tommy to take Martin's car to one of the mechanics, Lucas Bertoni, and tinker with the car and bring it back to the garage without any damage. It's race day, and as the boys are waiting for the race to start, Tommy is informed by Frank last minute that Mikey was hospitalized by Morello's thugs and is ordered to fill in his place to race. After the race, Paulie gets a bit pissed and Tommy finds him off his head in the stables and drives him home. It's the evening at Salieri's bar where Tommy, the bartender Luigi, and his daughter Sarah are the only ones in sight. Before Tommy leaves, Luigi asks him a favor.
Hey, Tom, before you go, I ask maybe a small favor. Huh?
Sure, Luigi, what do you need?
Walk my daughter home.
Sarah? The way I hear it, she doesn't need any kind of escort.
She's a tough. There's this pack of boys near her place. The punks, cattivi ragazzi. They talk blue, make advances. Sarah, she gonna speak at the mind. But maybe she says something they don't like. Things get ugly. but if you working at home, this will remind these punks she's the Don's a goddaughter. No problem, Luigi. I'd be honored. Benny. Sarah, time to close.
What's this then?
Tom's gonna take you.
All right.
Hey, I just work here.
Make sure nobody bother you.
Fine. If it'll make you feel better, Pop.
Hey.
I'll see you tomorrow. Let me get my coat.
I'll wait for you outside.
So on the way to Sarah's apartment, she drops off some food, saves Tommy from almost dying, while Tommy declines her flowers. But it's okay, because he becomes her knight in shining armor. Following the events with Sarah, Don Salieri gets the boys to teach a lesson to the boys giving Sarah a hard time. Once they get to the hangout spot, the boys run away and it turns into a car chase, ending with them crashing into a pole.
Go on and pop it, Tom.
No, wait. Please. Please, I don't want to fucking die, man.
Christ, Tom. You can't feel sorry for these animals. A guy like this would plug you if you give him the chance. You gotta pull the trigger without thinking. Guess I'm out. This one's finished too. Oh, Christ, Tom. Snap out of it. You remember what those guys wanted to do to Sarah?
Yeah. Just,
Hey. Let's get out of here before the bulls show up, huh?
After those events, it comes to our attention from the Don that the person Paulie killed was a city councilor's son, which gives him all the more reason to go to Morello. But the other guy that looked dead in the wreck managed to survive and make it. Salieri, frustrated due to the repercussions of these actions, devises a plan and gets Sam to finish the job at a funeral in a church, and Tommy to take care of the manager of the hotel close by and to blow it up, since he cut ties with Salieri and went to Morello. Tommy makes it to the church and it ends up turning into a shootout between Tommy and the thugs who mess with Sarah, but Sam ends up finishing the job. It's now 1933, the year the Prohibition era was slowly coming to an end. The Salieri family were to secure a shipment of whiskey from their Canadian friends, and in order to make sure the deal goes to plan, Frank gets Tommy to assist Sam and Paulie with the deal. But when they arrive, Sam is nowhere to be found. After some searching, Tommy discovers one of the Canadian bootleggers deceased, and is then ambushed and told to put his gun down, which turns into a shootout. After investigating the deceased bootlegger, it turns out...
Oh, Christ. They're cops, Tommy.
well, how would I know? They didn't show a badge. God, they didn't say anything.
They must be in Morello's pocket. This bastard. He can't even let us have this one racket.
Sam is finally found, but is hit by more cops. They eventually get to him, but he's not in a good state. After a shootout with more cops, they load Sam into the truck, and on the way to the doctor, they are chased down by a heavy police vehicle. Breaking it down bit by bit, and eventually destroying the truck, they make it safely to the doctor. After the events of the booze deal, Morello begins antagonizing Salieri and slowly breaking down his empire, but what better way to start than with Salieri's right-hand man, Frank Coletti.
Hey, boss. I came as soon as I got your message.
Sit down, Tom. We have a mole, Tom.
No. Oh.
I was up all night driving myself nuts trying to figure it out. I started thinking maybe it's one of our guys. We aren't paying his fair share. Someone with a light wallet. Maybe looking to Morello for a new suit. Frank wasn't around, so I went to the safe to get the account books. To see who's getting cents on the dollar he's earned.
What do you know?
The books are gone, Tom.
Frank.
More than 50 years I've known him. Everything I have, I got with Frank. And every buck we've earned, every dime we've paid out, it's all logged in those books. Frank hands those over to the feds, we're finished.
Frank respects one person in this whole town, and that's you. This has got to be some kind of misunderstanding.
I've been calling him all day. I went by his place. He's gone. His wife and kid are gone.
But why?
I don't know. I'm sure he has his reasons. Maybe he's still smarting over the dog.
The one you tried to drown?
Yeah. Same one I shot after he wouldn't let me sink her. I was a stupid kid, Tommy. But grudge or no grudge, we gotta get those books back. Shake down all our stories. See who knows what. When you catch up to Frank, you get those books. And if he doesn't have them on him, you make him tell you where to find them. After that, you do what we gotta do.
Tommy tails Frank to the airport and catches up to him. Frank confesses and says Morello offered him a deal to give him Salieri's account books in exchange for their lives and to get out of the city. But because Morello's boys never came to fetch the key needed to access the books, he gave it to Tommy. Tommy questions Frank on why he didn't come to them for help, and he replies that he was getting tired of the mobster life, fearing for his life every day and lying to his family. Tommy feels empathetic towards Frank, I guess, because he just let him go. Tommy collects the account books and sets Frank's house on fire, leading to his funeral, which features the appearance of both Dons being non-hostile. With Morello's plans to obtain Salieri's account books failing, a prosecutor on Morello's payroll was told to build a case on Salieri, and with the backing of Morello, there were a number of witnesses willing to testify. Salieri got word of this and gets Tommy to link with safecracking expert Salvatore to break into the prosecutor's mansion and steal the evidence. The Salieri crime family on their last legs, with Morello using his connections to the police force to break down Salieri's business bit by bit, until he was down to just his bootlegging racket, which led to Paulie talking to the Don about a potential business opportunity to get things going again.
Don't go selling off the farm yet, boss.
Sam says you worked out an angle.
Yeah, and you're gonna love it. We make a few bucks and knock out a couple of Morello's teeth, too.
Okay, what's the rumpus?
A couple of weeks ago, I'm relaxing in the cigar lounge at the Blue Tropics.
Where?
Some small-time whorehouse. It's just a couple of closets with some mattresses on the floor.
It's a gentleman's club. They got a bar and everything. Anyways, one of the Johns is soused, and he's crying to the madam about all his troubles. He catches my ear on account of his goofy accent. He's going on and on about how he just landed this huge payday, but the goons he's working for are already twisting his arm, and he's got the busted nose to show for it.
You pick up his tab?
Hell no. But I walked him out of the place, took him to the diner around the corner to sober up. We get to talking. Turns out his name is Gates. He's this hick up from Kentucky.
Moonshiner?
Better. His pop's got a couple of real distilleries, and I'll give you one guess as to their exclusive buyer around these parts.
Morello.
And you think he wants to burn bridges?
Oh yeah, I've been working him steady, boss. He's bringing up another shipment tonight, but he's got his entire crew ready to roll over. All we gotta do is make it look like a proper heist.
I don't know, Polly. You really trust this guy?
He's got no love for Morello, I'll tell you that. Not like we got a lot of options here. We'll be cutting up the last beam pretty soon, boss.
What do you think, Tom?
We need to replace the Canadian. If Paulie says this Gates can do that, I'm in.
They meet with Will and the deal is agreed on and goes to plan. Paulie punches him to make it look like a robbery, but it seems Morello got word of the deal, cause not long after, Morello sent his boys to pull up and ambush the deal. Fighting through the parking garage, they manage to escort the truck out safely before being chased by more of Morello's goons, and then making it safely to Salieri's warehouse once they were rid of. A couple years later, in 1935, Don Salieri would ask Tommy to drive him to Pepe's restaurant since his driver Carlo called in sick. While they are eating and talking, Morello wasn't happy in the slightest that Salieri managed to recover from being on life support with funds and sent a hit squad to assassinate Salieri at the restaurant. Salieri surviving the attempt, Tommy goes on to take care of the hit squad and they head to Carlo's apartment to confront him.
You better dangle, sweetheart.
It's gonna be a closed casket, Carlo.
You okay, Buzz?
Yeah, just a little one. Let me catch my breath.
Jesus, he's fast for a big guy.
Don't let him get away!
After a classic cat and mouse chase, with Carlo confessing Morello classically threatened his family, Salieri gives him a piece of his mind. From this point on, Salieri declares war against Morello, but before they can go after Don Morello himself, they need to soften him up a bit. The first target is Roberto Gallotti. He will never fold on Morello since we killed his son. So for this assassination, Tommy dresses up as a sailor and sneaks onto a yacht, then finding the gun the janitor hid for him, and finally, pulling the trigger. The next target is Sergio Morello, Don Morello's younger brother and top earner. But since the boys couldn't take him out...
Guess it could be worse, huh? We could be peeling you off the front of the train.
He just got a good break is all.
Sergio Morello's always been lucky. He was born with more brains than his brother, that's for sure.
We'll get him, boss.
No, you two are off this job. You're broken mirrors on this one. We'll let the guy who killed Galati take a crack. Tommy here's got all the politicians scared. Maybe he can put Sergio in the ground.
What do I need to know about this guy?
Besides, he's got a lucky rabbit's foot up his ass.
Sergio is Morello's top earner. He controls the unions, which means he controls the docks and attacks everything that's imported into the city. We kill him, and a big part of Morello's income will be wiped out.
Any ideas on how to get to him? I don't want to end up in a tree like these two.
You're going to scatter his ashes. It's a custom job. Attach it to the starter under his car. He'll be a human torch as soon as he turns the key.
It's safe to carry.
Hey, just don't drop it. Shake it, smoke near it. Yeah, it's safe. Boom!
Get it done, Tommy. For all our guys Morello's killed. And for all the money he's taken out of our pockets.
I'll take care of it, boss.
Tommy heads to Sergio's house and plants the bomb, but it goes a little south.
Yeah, I'm still here. Oh, Christ.
Hey! Stop!
No.
Turns out Sergio is at a diner nearby and the boys are there waiting. So Tommy pulls up and they attempt to take him out, but he gets away, which leads to a car chase. The chase leads to the harbor where Tommy takes out a bunch of Morello's men before finally getting to Sergio.
You just winged me, asshole! You think you're the guy who's gonna kill me? What did I tell you? No one can touch me.
You ain't that lucky, bastard.
Wait. No!
Remember when I said it was war between the Morello and Salieri families just before? Well now, the war is more intense since the killing of Sergio, with killings between members of the families happening in broad daylight. Fast forward about a week, Morello was in hiding, but an event organized by his family forced him out of hiding to attend said event, which gave the Salieri family the perfect opportunity to ambush him and take him out. So they fire at him coming out of the building, but he gets in his car in time and drives off, resulting in a car chase. We follow him to the airport where we deal with more of Morello's men, and then follow his plane before finally shooting out both engines, making a crash. They get to the crash site and have a final interaction with Don Morello.
Jesus Christ.
Bastard's daddy doesn't even know it yet.
He knows it now.
Yeah, pal. That'll do it.
Come on. Let's make tracks.
Fast forward a few years to 1938, a politician by the name of Hank Turnbull is running for governor, and his campaign message is promising to crack down on criminal businesses, which Salieri isn't too happy about. So he gets Tommy to go take care of him. He heads to the prison and makes his way to the guard tower, then takes the sniper rifle left for him before finally taking care of business. Now when Tommy was welcomed into the family, one of the rules the Don set was there was to be no drugs involved at all. In a meeting with the boys, he tells them about a shipment of cigars he had come in but was impounded by the police. But the juicy part about it is, the cigars are recovered for the diamonds that are in the cigar boxes and gets the boys to go steal them. So they steal a truck and make their way into the impound. Tommy sneaks in and finds the cigars undetected until they leave. Once they lose the cops and get back to the warehouse, this discovery is made.
You okay?
Yeah, a couple of these crates are shot to shit though.
How bad is it?
It's the worst of it.
It don't look too good. Don's gonna be pissed if we ruined any of the cigars.
What the hell?
Christ. It's dope.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Where are the diamonds?
There ain't any. This is the real score.
No. Don said we would get diamonds.
You can open every box. You're not gonna find them.
We put our fucking necks out on the line for this shit.
Looks like it.
You better cool off, Polly. The Don's coming.
Shit. We don't say nothing about this to the Don. Okay, if he wanted us to know, he would have told us.
He should have come clean.
Sure, but for now, we keep our trap shut. Right?
Yeah, okay.
Paulie?
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing.
Any problems, boys?
One of the crates got a little banged up, is all.
All right? Oh, doesn't look too bad.
Might have lost a few cigars, but otherwise the merchandise should be okay, boss.
Besides, ain't diamonds supposed to be the hardest thing around?
Outside of my cock, maybe.
Well, bravo, boys, bravo. You all got a well-deserved bonus coming your way.
You want us to unload the crates into the warehouse?
No, you can take a powder. These morons are gonna take it from here.
You sure?
What'd I say?
Okay, boss. We'll dangle.
While they were on their way to steal the cigars, Paulie mentioned to the boys about wanting to rob a bank. And with the events that just happened with the Don, Paulie wants to move on to the bank ASAP, with Tommy seeming to be on board. So they devise a plan for the heist, and it seems to go well, with getting the money and finally getting out of the bank with heavy police presence on them. They lose the heat and safely make it to the safe house with a successful heist under their belts. It's the next day following the heist, and Tommy heads to Paulie's apartment to collect his cut of the heist money when he discovers a tragedy.
Ah, Jesus. Polly. Polly. Oh, God. Sam. It's me. It's Tom.
Where's Paulie?
He's dead. I'm looking at him slumped over in the hallway, torn a fucking skull.
Oh, God. I was calling to warn him.
About what?
Jesus Christ. I owe you fellas my life 3 times over.
Warn him about what, Sam?
Salieri. He found out about the bank job. You're in deep shit, Tom. You gotta disappear.
Okay. Okay. I just need some cash to get me and the girls out of town. Can you swing that?
Sure. Anything, pal. You want me to come to Polly's?
No. No, I can't stay here. Meet me at the city gallery.
Yeah, okay. Keep your head down, Tom.
I'll see you soon. And, thanks, Sam.
I always pay my debts, Tom. You know that.
Tommy meets Sam and they have a little talk.
Don't move, Tommy.
Shit.
Hey, Tom.
Sam. What the hell's going on?
You and Polly put me in a bad spot.
I know, Sam, and I'm sorry about that, but I need to get out of town. Can you help me or not?
There you go again. Making me choose between my friends and the family. This is what you were looking for, Polly's. Here's your cut. It's more than you deserve.
Sam. You killed him. You killed Paulie.
No. Paulie got himself killed.
And you seem real tore up about it.
I'm just in a good mood. Things are right between me and the Don. I'm moving up. And I just found this big bag of money. The Don knows about Frank, Tom. The whore, too.
That whore? The girl you were sweet on?
You're the one that let her live. I'm sorry about this, Tom. But our business has rules. Shame, too. Don Salieri really liked you. Guess we'll both have a good cry at your funeral.
You think you're doing this because you're loyal, but you're not. You're just scared.
Maybe. But you'd have lived a lot longer if you'd have just looked over your shoulder from time to time. Goodbye. Don't let him suffer, boys. He's my buddy.
After getting through Salieri's guys and tagging Sam, Tommy has his last face-to-face with him.
Nobody's carrying you to the doctor this time, Sam.
You kill me now in the dawn. She's never gonna stop looking for you. But you let me live. I'll tell Salieri you're dead. You can disappear. Just like Frank. Only you'll be smart enough to stay gone. Right?
What happened to him?
He was hiding out in Europe. But the dumb bastard. He started betting at the dog track. Got spotted by a friend of the family. So Salieri, he sent out a crew.
And his family? Christ.
do it, can you? Always that little voice in the back of your head. Maybe sounds like your baby girl. Or Sarah. Always telling you not to pull that trigger. And you can't make up your mind.
It's getting easier every time you open your fucking mouth.
We sure had some laughs, right? Remember that time? Me, you, and Polly.
Tommy then goes to the feds and makes a deal with them in exchange for getting him and his family out safely, in which Salieri would get life in prison and Tommy would serve 8 years for his cooperation with the feds, but Salieri would eventually send his regards. With the main story out of the way, let's get into some things about the story that made the story play out the way it did. The Prohibition era was the period of time between 1920 to 1933 where the American government banned the production, importation, transportation, and sale of alcoholic beverages. This was around the same time of the Great Depression as well, which saw a high rate of unemployment and poverty with widespread business and bank failures. However, with the Prohibition period, this didn't stop the Mafia at all. In fact, they made more from this period than anything they've ever seen. Having politicians and police in your pocket makes things a little easier. But yeah, the American Mafia benefited greatly from this era. Funnily enough, those two were good friends in the beginning. Salieri's full name being Ennio Salieri and Morello's full name being Marco Morello. During the 1910s, both Salieri and Morello began working for the Pepone crime family under Felice Pepone, who was the don of the family. In 1920, Morello would have a wedding and Salieri would be his best man. Then a couple years following that, Salieri and Morello would work together to assassinate Don Pepone by drowning him. The death of Don Pepone would lead to Salieri and Morello agreeing to divide Lost Heaven into two, making themselves dons of their own turf. While they were friends at first, things started getting more tense between them as they were both fighting to expand their crime syndicates. Morello would end up becoming the more powerful one with the help of his brother Sergio. Morello was more known for his violent and greedy nature and would do anything to make a profit. An example of his carelessness is what he did to an affiliate of the Morello family.
God damn it! Moron! You driving with your goddamn eyes closed? Look at this! Jesus, Mary, Joseph, Tom Morello, I didn't know it was you.
You know anybody else driving a rare import in this part of town, Joey?
No. Well then, I'm sorry, I was driving real slow.
You're saying this is my fault?
No, sir. I ain't never been in no accident.
Well, repairs are gonna be expensive.
Oh, you're not gonna need that, sir. The tires are just fine. The grill's a little bent up is all. I mean, I got a cousin I can...
Whereas Salieri is the opposite and actually cares somewhat. Tommy Angelo was born on the 5th of April 1900 in a town called San Celeste in Sicily, Italy. He was born into a family of 2 older siblings, making him the youngest in the family. When Tommy was 4 years old, him and his family emigrated to the United States when Tommy's father, Marco Angelo Sr., who worked as a supervisor at a plantation, went into foreclosure by a moneylender, which sent the Angelo family into poverty. Tommy and his family would arrive at Empire Bay after a month at sea that Christmas and settle into Lost Heaven. Tommy's father would find work at the Lost Heaven Harbor, where he'd worked for 15 years before his passing. Tommy would go on to find work with a road crew, living in camps for months at a time as he helped build highways throughout the northern United States. He eventually grew tired of that life and moved back to Lost Heaven in 1926, where he'd use the money he saved to buy his first taxi. From there, he'd begin work as a cab driver during the Prohibition era, offering very little reward for long hours, but was grateful he was even able to work and get money with the Great Depression happening and almost no one able to work at the time. Then the events of Mafia happened. Following the events of Mafia, and after striking a deal with the feds, so long as Tommy testifies, he and his family are relocated to the East Coast in Empire Bay with new identities. What a wild ride this has been. It's been a lot of fun diving into the lore and backstory between the families and individual lives, and I hope you enjoyed coming along on this journey with me. Feel free to leave some suggestions in the comments for the next set of video game lore you want to see next. But that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new for more content like this, and I will see you legends in the next one. Peace.